Alright folks, how y'all doing today? Pretty moon, right? Anyways, I'm Stately. We're here on Play.1mc3.com where we play Minecraft. So, we're on Doozy today because it's Tuesday. And I'm going to make it daytime. Because that's what we do around here. How's me parrots? Y'all doing good? Somebody say they replaced the disc? Yeah, somebody replaced the disc. Let's make the parrots dance. Well, let's make some of the parrots dance. These two are out of range. Ruben, Ellie, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing today? Aren't they cute? So, we're going to do some work on the Spleef Arena today, and I'm going to talk about TribalCraft a little bit. Take whatever you need. It's just leftovers by the look of it. When's stream time? Now is stream time. Not sure what's going on down here. It looks pretty elaborate. Secret entrance by the look of it. Hello. How you guys doing? Anyways, this place looks nice, Noble. But let's head over to the Spleef Arena. So we kind of started putting up the scoreboard a few days ago, and there are some issues here. One of them is visibility is not good from over here, which is kind of where people will be watching the game. So I think maybe what we'll do for this central area is we'll use fencing instead of yeah, that's much better. Ah, crap. No, it's not, because check this out. Well, also I'm an idiot, but the problem here is this. You know, a player can stand there, and that's obviously not what we want during a Spleef game. So that won't fly. What other options do we have here? I mean, one thing we could do is kind of lower the sign a little bit, maybe. These bars need to be everywhere, because we can't have locations where people who are playing can actually stand and not be standing on leaves. So, oh, hockey. Poor hockey. I dropped a bunch of these, I guess. There they are. All good. All good, everything's fine. Nothing's broken, nothing's ever broken here. I guess I'll just move it down one block. I don't see any harm in that. I kind of don't want to, though. I want to come up with a better solution than actually moving the scoreboard, because just for the look of the thing, I do like where the scoreboard is right now. Now this is spruce, right? That's not oak. Let's go ahead and get some more spruce planks. of which I have very few by the look of it. I have plenty of dark oak. GG, Deej. That is excellent news. Well, no. I'm looking for spruce. I'm not looking for dark oak. There we go. Alright. And that's probably not going to be enough, but it should be enough to do the front side. So, again, the whole point of this is to allow spectators to see what's going on pretty easily without letting spectators get onto the field or players have a place to stand that's not on top of the grass. And this does do a pretty good job of allowing everything to be visible. / perks, DJ. Perks with an S. 2 perks. That's the one. Perky perk perk perk. So this setup, basically, it's pretty standard for like an arena where you just want good visibility. But what do we do about this? Hey Ruben, how you doing, man? Welcome. /cc. Oh, let me. I'm not sure why you didn't. Well, you didn't automatically get removed. /c remove Diamond King 1448 TC Forsaken. What? Oh, Jesus. That's an LWC command. No, let's try that the other way around. That's better. Alright, I'm not sure why you didn't automatically get removed when you left the tribe, but I'll take care of that. Right? Should we lower it? Should we just lower it and call it a day? Move it back a little bit so that it's more widely visible. There are, yeah, a lot of places where the visibility for the scoreboard just isn't right here. Alright, we're going to move it. No choice. It is what it is. I wish I had some dirt. But I don't. Okay, thanks, LWC. LWC is our chest protection system. In case you were wondering what the hell I was talking about. But you weren't, because you're smart. You smell good? What the hell makes you think that? I'll just place it, and then once you've placed it, you can automatically teleport back and forth to your base. Right click, actually. I think you have to right click it. Not 100% sure on that. Feel free to correct me if it turns out that I'm wrong. But I think you right click. I don't know. The last time I placed one, it wouldn't work until I relogged. And I don't know that there's actually anything broken, but you might have the same problem. Am I stuck down here now? I don't think so. So I'm thinking if we just put it back a few blocks, it should be fine. So instead of putting it at the front of this, we'll put it at the back. So let's see. This is dark oak, right? Spruce looks a little redder. Oh, GG. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Gotta have some dirt for scaffolding. Hey, Snakes. How you doing, man? All right, and I'll set up, what I'll do here is I'll just set up like a cross section so that we can check it out. So the way this will work is basically lantern, block, lantern, and then the top. So let's see how that looks from the other side. Getting dark again already. I gotta get a bed out here. That would really make my life better. Hey Zombie Cool Kid, welcome. DJ, try just for funsies to make sure you don't have anything in your shield hand. There might be an issue with right-clicking and blocks when you have something in your shield hand. Just try it. I mean, if that's the case, I need to like change it to the main hand, but at least we'll know for sure that's why it is, if that's the case. Zex's little cookie shop is finished. It's a little dark in there. It's a very forbidding cookie shop. Bread771, welcome to the stream, man. How are you? Hey, remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitch, we have a giveaway on Saturday for a copy of Fallout New Vegas. So do check out your redemption points by mousing over the little spinning diamond. And don't forget to buy some raffle tickets. It's still one of the finest RPGs ever made. So, it's not much better, really. You have to be standing right up at the edge, and you can still only partially see it. Okay, alright, you know, I'm pretty good, Brad. I'm kind of struggling with the design for this spleef element here. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. New followers are best followers. What if we put the ref box on top and the scoreboard is just right here? Let's try that. Let's see how it looks. Just to clarify, guys, if your chests aren't locked, I'm not the chest police. I'm not going to spend too much time working out who and what, but the fact is, the rules say don't plunder. Just because there's free stuff doesn't mean you should take all of it, he said for like the 2000th time. Really? I thought he was riding a pig for a second. jerk. Not you, pig. You're lovely, I'm sure. I'm sure you're a lovely specimen of pig kind. So if we put the ref box up on top, maybe we can have like kind of a glass floor so you can look down on the playing field. Let's see how that could work. Okay. I think this will probably look okay, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of finish it off so we can get a good impression. No, Stately, bad Stately. No, Stately, bad Stately, why are you so dumb? I'm thinking that'll look just fine from the spectator area, but let's go check it out. Remember, guys, if you're looking for a new Minecraft server to play on, play.1mc3.com. We have our semi-vanilla PvE server, we have our TribalCraft PvP server, we have mini games and Skyblock and all of the things. So, yeah, join us. It's fun. You'll like it. Or your money back. Yes, every penny. Unless you've actually given me money, in which case I'm keeping it. That goes without saying, right? Still trying to fix your Twitch. That sucks. What's the problem with it? Did you break something? I mean, it's kind of a website. It doesn't really break of its own accord. If you hate MC, you don't have to join. I appreciate the sentiment, but the last thing we want is a bunch of players who don't like the game they're playing. Which is kind of the problem we've been having, apparently. So, scoreboard, plenty of room for redstone. And then the ref box, this is high up enough that you can't hit your head and when you're trying to get there. So I am going to use a glass floor setup here so that the refs are kind of over the game. They could stand basically all the way up to here, and then this will be glass. And you'll be able to see the entire field with no obstructions. Which should work just fine. I think that'll be great. It does mean that I need to get some glass for the ref box, but we're not there yet. I think what we're going to do now is get the scoreboard working, because the exact dimensions of the scoreboard are going to influence how and where the ref box gets set up. And for the scoreboard, I've already gotten most of the materials for this. I just need to start assembling them, I guess. The setup isn't easily accessible right now, but we'll get that taken care of. It is all good. Let's see. So we have any old random piece of stone, and then we need 10 comparators. So I grabbed a bunch of nether quartz, and I have plenty of redstone. Just, you know, not in redstone form. Let's see, this is my silk touch pick, this is my fortune pick. Wait, is this my fortune pick? This is, in fact, yes, my fortune pick. good. Redstone. La la la, redstone. Where my redemption overview? I think I forgot to pull a window up before I started. Bear with me just one sec. There it is. Cool, we're better. All good. All right, so back to the business at hand. We need torches of the redstone variety, which means we need sticks and lots of them. We need the quartz. I already have the quartz. We need smooth stone. Actually, this isn't enough redstone torches, is it? Because I need a lot more repeaters than that. But fortunately, I'm nowhere near being out of wood. Any old wood should do nicely. All the redstone torches, much better. That was weird. 18. In theory, I should only need 20, so this should be fine. Then we need 20 hoppers? 20 hoppers. And I brought enough iron for 10. I might actually have to do some digging. I don't think I have enough iron for this. Welcome. Miner boy Chris, how you doing? To our humble server. Probably Zexasalt. Yeah, he seems to have a lot of them. Beautiful singing, really. My singing is many things, but beautiful is not one of them. Yeah, so I don't have enough iron to make all of the hoppers that I need to make. And I'm also going to need a solid 20 chests. And I do have enough wood for 20 chests. Alright, that's the chests. I need 5 times 20 is 100 iron. 100? 50, 60, 79. I only need like 20 more, but I definitely don't have enough. I'm going to put some of this stuff back for now. I'm going to take this back to the parrot and put it in the furnace, and then I'll go find some more iron real quick. It's getting dark again anyway, so... Aren't the days supposed to be like 5 minutes? It seems like they're much shorter than that. I should add a speed perk. That's an option. I mean, I definitely could. And we probably will be adding more perks. Because there's so many exciting things we can do. Right, and the only fuel is lava, so let's run down to the nether and get some. Where did he come from? Huh. The what? The house you just kicked me out of? I'll pass. Wilman. I remember Wilman. Hey Magma Cube, how you doing? And here's our little pier for the explicit purpose of scooping up lava. And we'll head back to base real quick and check out the iron situation. I do have the iron grinder, but, you know, AFKing an iron grinder isn't a really interesting thing to do on stream. I mean, it's probably not the most boring thing I've ever done on stream, but it would be up there. See ya, hockey. Take it easy. And remember, guys, if you want to join us, play.1mc3.com is the URL. It's public, no whitelist. You can just hop on in, grief shit, then I'll ban you. But if you don't, you can play Minecraft with us. God, I hate the fact that you don't turn when your minecart turns. It's so counterintuitive. Oh, hello, guest. Jerk. Just gonna look through all the supply chests along the way. The vast majority of people, it turns out, because of a population of 7 billion, I think significantly less than half have ever played on my server. Oh man, I got a headache. Who wouldn't want to play Minecraft with us? Oh, US. Us. Check. Well, Iceland is home of CCP, and CCP is by many accounts one of the finest game producers in the world. Along with maybe CG Project Red in, what is the Czech Republic or Poland? I always forget. You can only live till you replac. Thank you for that insight, Zex. Nothing in the Killatorium today. Let's see how our villagers are doing. I'm not here for the villagers. I'm here because there's a build chest over here that I figure might have some iron in it. Nope. Nada. Zilch. What's up, Piggy? Why do I have so many priests? What is this, a monastery? Alright, this is too many priests. And they don't have any good trades. I mean, back in the 1.7 days, they used to enchant gear. And they were pretty awesome, because when you enchanted gear at a priest, he would also repair it. But these guys... there's just too many of them. So we're going to push some of them into the Killatorium and see how things work out for them. Yes, I'm killing the priests. It must be the French Revolution all over again. Alright, oh, hello. Do you want to go into the box too with your friends? Sure you do. No, he doesn't. Alright, that's cleared it up a little bit. Still got too many priests, but... Farmer Fred! Hey, Farmer Fred! I haven't seen you around in a while. How you been? Not a man of many words, our Farmer Fred. Alright, so I don't think I have any iron here. I can always dig a little bit, but, okay, there they are. Oh my god, they're gonna, like, have babies in the Killatorium. That's just terrible. That is so wrong. I'm sorry about your imminent demise, guys. I really am. I feel bad now because, you know, young priests in love. Who doesn't like that sob story? Is that one of my dogs, or is that just a wild one? It's a wild one. Any mail? No mail. Oh, wait, I found an iron. That's one. Now I only need 22 more. I think these are meant to be for, yeah, for my brewing supplies. I've never gotten around to sorting any of this out. It's always just been complete chaos. These are those Curse of Binding Pumpkins from that prank that, who pulled it? Ruben, I think? I'm not sure, but they put a dispenser above the rail line that I go down. And since I never wear a helmet, they could just shoot it at my head and couldn't get it off. I had to suicide. Was his ex? That was a good one. I'm still appreciative of that. Packed ice, block of quartz, packed ice. Noble, is the pack ice duped? Because if it is, I have to throw it away. Noble got caught duping shit. Crap. It's not good. Alright, so, yeah. I'll buy some or something. Not that hard to get iron. Well, hey, here's another 18 ore. We're getting pretty close to having what we need now. Ruben come, Ruben go. I think Ruben just timed out a little bit. Alright, I think that should be enough. It's marginal, but it should be enough. Remember, guys, I am Stately. This is Play.1mc3.com. I play Minecraft here every frickin' day at 6, except for all of those days that I don't. And you should follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube because, well, just because. Stop asking difficult questions. Anyway, I should have enough iron now, so we'll get back to work. My beautiful and, most importantly, isolated base. There are a few players who have built nearby, but not that close. I've gotten into the habit of just reserving huge tracts of land around my base because otherwise I get a lot of people who put really low effort stuff like right next to my nice little houses and pisses me off. I like the aesthetics. For the record, today's beverage of choice is Foster's. It's Australian for I'm broke and I want to get drunk anyway. Subscribe. Subscribe to what? Do I offer subscriptions? I could offer like subscriptions to my Plex server. I'm sure that wouldn't get me into trouble. I have a pretty good Plex server though. 7 terabytes of the best sci-fi money can't buy. Well, not just sci-fi. Oh, man. Good thing it's Friday, right? Oh, it's quieted down a little bit. We had like 10 people on when I started. Cow died. It's Tuesday. damn it. I was hoping if I pretended it was Friday hard enough, it would actually become Friday. Oh, hey guys, public service announcement. Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition is on sale on Steam through the weekend for $20. If you don't have it and your computer can handle it, you should totally pick it up. It is a fantastic piece of RPG. Okay, I apparently didn't put the lava in because I'm smart. Alright, we'll get started with what we have and we'll come back for the rest. Is that even possible? What are you doing here? What? I can hang out in... You can hang out in my place and I can't hang out in your place? Is that how this works? Okay then. Put up a little sign saying no noble gases. Okay, gotcha. And I forgot to sleep. I kind of figured that's why Noble Gases was heading upstairs, but it's also entirely possible that he's heading up there to vandalize something. Where are those chests that I built? Ah, you were getting an assassination target. There they are. Okay, so I need 8 more. That's not too bad. Any more? Who the hell made you think that I ever liked you? Really? Well, right now it's probably because everybody's too close. There's a minimum distance between a potential target and the assassin. So if like everybody's kind of hanging out in the same area like they are now, it's just going to say you're too close. The bigliest, maybe, but certainly not the biggest. Okay, all right. No, that's the one. And then I just realized I only need 10 comparators, not 20. But hey, I made a few too. No, you blithering idiot. That's not... Actually, where the hell did you come from? How did you even get up here? I mean, seriously. Oh, there's a staircase down here. So, no, this won't work because this one right here would end up powering both of them. But let me try something here because I might be able to save some space by, instead of offsetting these guys, powering the block underneath them. So what I was planning on doing is this, right? And the reason is, I can show you actually, if I were to do this, GG Noble. If I were to do this and power the... Everybody's out to get me today. Power the repeater, which I can't do that way. I can do this way. It'll power not just the light that you want to power, but all of the adjacent lights. This is called being weakly powered. But I'm thinking if I simplify this, if I power the block beneath the block that I want to light, Right, so I can power the block beneath the block I want to light instead of the block behind the block that I want to light. And that'll save me some space, so that's good. Take it easy, Diamond King. See you next time, man. And then the power source is obviously going to be... Oh. Just to clarify, there's nothing going on down here. I had to think about that for a second, but... This whole area is kind of reserved for redstone. So, it's fine. We're good. You can count! Maybe. I mean, redstone isn't really logic gates. It really is more like electronics than programming. Also, it has its own very... Shall we say Jeez, is that the same skeleton? Asshole. What a jerk. I do like your build, Noble and Zex. It turned out real nice. Well, you should think of redstone kind of as a thing unto itself. Its logic, its internal logic doesn't match any real-world logic. But that doesn't mean that just your basic logical analytical skills won't help you make redstone. They coded an auto redstone making machine. I have seen amazing things built in Minecraft. I have seen, you know, feature complete computers, programmable digital computers along the lines of, say, a Babbage engine built entirely in Minecraft, and that's amazing. I couldn't possibly do that myself. Didn't I make a bunch of hoppers? Yes, I did. Here they are. And that's very impressive. You know, if you have the drive and the ability to do stuff like that, you can do incredible stuff in Minecraft. Navigating's getting a little difficult. It's not going to get any easier. That's a really good way to be gracious to your helper, Noble. And then we need to break this one. Really, you need to point it out several times? Okay. Now where'd that... Here it is. So this one goes into this one. And that's our loop. So already, if we just drop any old item, you'll be able to see that we have the redstone loop working. And it's kind of, this is like a tracked mode, right? It just runs the lights and looks pretty. But this is going to be a scoring system where every button press advances the light by one block. That is kind of the point. Seriously though, regardless of who helped, this is really nice. The interior with the little plants is just adorable. Very nicely done. And there's another skeleton just kind of standing there. I gotta go get some food at some point. I think I might have some spare food lying around. Alright, so the next step, and this is where it gets kind of complicated, I think, is... well, let's get the second set of hoppers in place, because that's going to dictate where we put the rest of the redstone. Everything else besides the hoppers and the repeaters, we can move around, we can jiggle it around a little bit to make it work where we want it to, but those parts we do need to do right. To the cow thing. I keep forgetting I don't have to close the doors anymore. Wait, why am I here? I have no idea. I was just here to get the iron that I hadn't already smelted. And there we go. Well, I guess if I need anything else smelted, now would be a good time to do it. Do we... wasn't there a register here? I thought we had a fish shop going here. Because, you know... food should be available at the tavern. It would be a very small forest fire. Either that or you'd have to be very persistent. Come on! Joikes. Joikes. Jinkies and joikes. Did you do something behind the tavern? Does something need fixing behind the tavern? I'm kind of afraid to look at this point. Alright, same thing. Here, let's start... wait. What's in there? And where's the iron? Didn't I just smell a bunch of iron? Do you guys see it? Because I don't see it. The hell? Sorry, have I turned stupid? Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. Alright, let's head on back to the damn thing. See what I did with the stupid iron. I left it in here. I must have double-clicked on it and not realized my inventory was full, because that's how smart I am. Costume contest. We did that last year, and I did mention that we might do it again. I don't know. I'm not really in the festive spirit right now. So, is Zex trying to get my head? Is that what's going on here? I guess not. So what am I looking at? Who else is here? Ruben? Fine. I'll get my sorry ass assassinated. Have you made a little dungeon? That's kind of cool. I was actually planning on doing something under here like that, but this is fine. Oh, right, yeah, sure. That sounds like a fantastic plan. Remind me to never, ever do that. No, this is lovely. I like this. I did have some plans to do something like this, but I never quite got around to it. Yeah, no, this is great. Very neat. I love what you guys have done here. It would be nice if there were like secret access hatches spread out here and there. The only thing that kind of bugs me about this is the step here, because the water is kind of just, you know, floating vertically. But other than that, this is great. Very cool. Just to clarify, guys, if you're watching on stream, you're wondering why I was acting so paranoid, there are some assassination missions from Block Assassin that require you to assassinate somebody in a specific biome in order to get their head. And one of the biomes that can show up for that is the beach. So whenever anybody asks me to go to a beach or a river or an ocean, I get very, very hesitant. I'm not sure what happened here. Somebody dug out just a little too much. Shouldn't be hard to fix. The only problem is I can't get out of here. Okay. I feel sorry for the elephant. And look whose inventory is full again. I don't need this. I think I might actually need that. But easy fix, no big deal. And then some stone brick here. What's going on here? A combination of stone and cobble, I guess. Every pirate needs a good parrot. I agree completely. It's hard to be a halfway self-respecting pirate without at least one parrot. Remember, guys, play.1mc3.com. Come play Minecraft with us. You know you want to. Did I actually get the iron this time? Yes, I did. Everybody wants a piece of me today. All these asshole mobs. Did I just put down a torch, and if so, where? It looked like I put down a torch, but I don't see it. Whatever. Let me just sleep. It seems like these day and night cycles are going too fast. It's like every time I turn around, I have to run back to the parrot and get some rest. I think that's a cool idea. Again, even better if there's some kind of like content and different entrances and, you know, maybe like a hidden shop or something. But yeah, absolutely go for it. That's very cool. Oh man, I gotta light this place up like the sun. Yeah, like a black market shop or assassination supply shop, stuff like that would be great. And I'm just gonna make a crafting table here because I have all of the other ingredients that I need. Oh, for God's sake. Seriously, it is super mobby here today. How are you even still alive? I just hit you twice. Fine, mercy shot. He was clearly suffering. Nothing we could do for him. It was the humane thing to do, blah, blah, blah. All of that may be true, Daddy, but you still killed my dog. I'm not bitter. I never had a dog either. Oh, come on! Give me a break already. Christ. All right. So yeah, they go this way. Then we just need to replace this one. Okay, all right, that's good. This is placeholder block. So, crap. This isn't going to work. I can tell you exactly why. This right here, my plan was to use powered redstone on top of these to turn them off. So basically they're going to be powered on by default, and then when you turn them off, stuff stops spinning. But this redstone down here is also going to power this. So let's put something in here. All right, Zex, take it easy. Wait, what? So that redstone down there is not powering this. All right, I'll take it. I mean, yeah, sure. Great. Lovely. And there's a creeper down there just kind of standing there. Really? Oh, come on! That ain't right! That is a dumb hitbox. Me no gusta. Leopard Gamer 360, welcome to the stream, man. How are you? I feel like I'm streaming at midnight. People are like logging off halfway through because it's, well, I guess it's late on the East Coast is why. All right, so again, the control tower is going to be up top here. We're going to go ahead and put down a little mock-up level just so we know where the refs are going to stand, and we know where we can put switches. And we need to come up with a way to run power from a button into a pulse limiter into this creeper. This creeper is a vital part of the design. And that's going to be tough because there's not a whole lot of room to work. I'm tempted to like go around back. I think that would be the most sensible thing, but because of the level here, there's not a lot of room to run redstone like between this and that. So I mean, in a perfect world, let's do the perfect world setup real quick. Take two buttons. You know what? Let's just try to work the perfect world setup. I really need to go to the end and get some gear fixed, because this is getting to the point where if I don't, I'm going to start dropping some rather decent, if not perfect, gear. Okay, so perfect world setup, right? You're here. You're watching the game. There's like glass here, so you can kind of look down. And here is where you'd want the score buttons to be. So right here is the exact middle. So we have a button there and a button there. Now for one, this button will actually light up the light underneath it. So that's not an option. Next best option, one block back, should not light anything up, so that's okay. But we're also not really moving any redstone. Over this. We could, let's see. I need to grab some solid wood to work with because slabs are definitely not going to work. Hey, sheep. I have no animosity to you. You I don't like. Creeper's bad, sheep good. Remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you like what you see, please consider giving me a follow on Twitch or a sub on YouTube. I would appreciate it. Don't cost you nothing. Makes me feel happy. So everybody's a winner. Except for Chad. Screw Chad. Really? Huh. There we go. That should be enough to work. Well, let's just make more. For now, we're good. Only I can't get anywhere because I still don't know how to navigate around my own frickin' spleef arena. So I'm smart. Made of 100% pure smartonium. Also, I can't get out now. Because smart, remember, because I'm smart. So, button and button, that's kind of the platonic ideal. And I don't have any free inventory slots left. By the time I'm done, there's going to be so much junk in these things. Where's the other button? Damn it. This is almost a mini game unto itself. Sleep deprivation is a cause of insomnia. Which is funny because insomnia means sleep deprivation. Okay. So, let's see what we can do with this. Press button, nothing happens, which is fine. We don't want anything to happen, like as far as lighting these things up. I am going to... Man, they're like taking turns at this point. I am going to run the redstone off of here, and I'm slabbing this so that the redstone doesn't transfer to the block below. And I'll need some slabs. Probably not too many, but some. I know you both want to have top EA, and I'm apparently the only convenient victim, so you're just taking turns. I should spend a little more time with Block Assassin. Try to get the occasional kill. You know. At least keep up appearances, right? Okay, so this lights that up and nothing else happens, so that's fine. Is Ruben opted out? That's great. I'm going to do the same because you both got a couple of kills on me already, and other than that, it's just silly. If you're just going to both take turns tagging me, nobody benefits. Okay, so now we need to run these into a pulse limiter so that we're only moving the redstone one block, so that we're only moving the item in the hopper chain one block. And a pulse limiter is generally like a piston, pushes up, drops something, and that kind of stops the pulse. But I'm trying to contemplate if there are other easier ways to do that here, because the way this is set up, we don't have a lot of vertical space. Noble, flat pulse limiter. You know of any? I could put something back here. It's not like there's no room at all. We got a fair amount for redstone back here. And this is the back of the arena anyway. So if we have to extend this back a bunch, it's just, you know, whatever. Dude, where did these bleeding mobs keep coming from? It's like Noble said, it's the forest. They spawn in the woods during the daytime because it's dark enough. And then they just kind of wander. Alright, so... this is far enough back to get us out of the way of these things. I might be able to just use pistons back here, actually. And the nice thing about pulse limiter is you can actually use them to go around corners. So, let's see. Back to planning. Let me see how I did this on planning, because I did make a quick prototype on planning a few days ago. And this is it. So that's the attract mode. Alright. Take it easy, Noble. See you next time. Right, so pulse limiter, it's really that simple. And I see no real reason this couldn't be directly behind, oh, I wasn't trying to go to tribal. Force of habit. But I could probably just put a piston here, right? That would, I think, work just fine. All right, let me go get 2 sticky pistons, and we'll take it from there. The hell was that? Ruben, welcome back. A little lag spike. No, 19.8. I mean, that's not 19.9, but that definitely doesn't count as a lag spike. Ruben come, Ruben go. Sticky ones? You got a couple on you? I mean, I can just go back to base and make a few if you're logged for the day. It's all good. Unless you have them in the take what you want chests. I'll double check. Nope, no sticky pistons in there. Oh, Noble's back with sticky pistons. Why, thank you. I really only need 2, but I appreciate it. Will come in handy. Much obliged. Hello, asshole spider. Again with accidental torch placement. Yeah, you got the second floor coming along. You gonna put a roof on this one? Let me rephrase that. Put a roof on this one. So this is like the lounge area in the dining room. Cool. I think this would be better if it were a solid block because it doesn't really connect. Maybe just a log. Like a nice vertical log to get up. Cool, coming along. Good stuff. Hey Phoenix, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitch, we have a raffle lined up for a copy of Fallout New Vegas with the drawing on Saturday. So mouse over that little spinning diamond and redeem your points. All right, let's see. Got the sticky pistons. The lights are basically just doing whatever the hell they want right now. But that's okay. Lights can light. GG, Stately. GG. Alright, so let's see, we need to place a block here to place the piston on. We place the sticky pistons pointing up. What's up, Phoenix? How you doing, man? Wait, I already said that on stream. I'm not legally required to greet you via multiple different media. The Fire Realm. Well, it's better than the shit realm where I live now. Okay, alright, so, sticky piston, that's fine. And one of these is going to be real easy, for the record, because this guy right here, all I have to do, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think all I have to do here is redstone, redstone, redstone. Oh, wait, no. Torch. What the crap? Yeah. This is actually where... whale poop. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So here's the thing. I need to run a line of redstone over this. And I can't because this is in the way. This is kind of one of the many challenges of trying to build compact redstone. I mean, there are certain limitations always, but trying to keep this stuff small, you always end up running over yourself. And I don't really have a good idea for this other than to raise the ref box, which I guess is okay. I don't see any serious issues with doing that. Other than potentially aesthetic issues. I'm not sure if it's going to look like ridiculous, but if it does, we'll find out and we'll come up with something different, because we always come up with something here at 1mc3.com. Look how full that is. It's just never empty at this point. Oh, I don't have inventory slots for a spruce slab. That's why I'm not picking it up. What do I not need? 2 dark oak planks. No big deal. And inexplicably an egg. Oh man, there's a torch coming through. I don't have slots for a torch, really? Come on, guys. Beef up these inventory slots already, would you? Holy cow. I'm going to have to build a new one of those soon enough, but for now, whatever. I just want to get this thing back to 1 item in it so I can kind of see what's going on. Remember, guys, play.1mc3.com is that URL if you're interested. Join us. Okay, so we were raising the level of the ref box is the plan here. Not yet, but we'll get there. It shouldn't be too much longer. It doesn't seem like it, but we're making good progress here. I mean, we could have been done days ago if I didn't want to do all the redstone cool stuff. But I do. So, hey, you get to wait. Okay, so just verifying what's going on here. The ref box goes 1 block higher. And because it's 1 block higher, I think we're going to use a different material than the oak, because the only place I've used oak so far in this build is the thing. Well, not yet. I haven't failed at redstone yet. Doesn't mean I won't, just means I haven't yet. Yeah, this blank wall is kind of the least attractive side of the build, but it's fine. It's not in the way or anything. I don't need space in that direction, so it's all good. You know what? Let's take a second to talk about Tribal. And I'm somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So, and I'm in fly mode, because of course I am. Is the claw drop? Nah, the claw drop thing never really worked, though, did it? So, what went wrong with Tribal? Here's the thing. For basically years now, I have been trying to come up with some kind of game mode that would appeal to both PvP and PvE gamers and play kind of as a persistent universe. And Tribal was/is meant to be that, but it hasn't really worked out that way. There's a lot of cool content here. There's, you know, the questing system is awesome, and the tribe management system is pretty good and getting better. And I added a lot of new features for this beta. And what I was hoping and more or less expecting is that all of these people who have talked to me over the last couple of years, players on 1MC3 mostly, who said they wanted a game like this. They wanted a content-rich PvP game that wasn't as hollow and as ganky as factions. I assumed that that's what they actually wanted. And yesterday I realized that's not what they want. What they want, and my experience so far bears this out pretty strongly, is a rich environment in which to gank people. The PvP aspect of Tribal was always kind of the most important part of Tribal. It's what everything else was built around. But the bottom line is that the people who wanted to play PvP, who were constantly telling me that I should do a PvP thing, the people who, when we were between betas, would not even play except to hop on every so often to ask how Tribal was coming along, they don't want to play Tribal. They want to kill other people who are playing Tribal. And yesterday bore that out again. We get players on here who want to play Minecraft, and they want to play an interesting Minecraft variant. And then we get players on here who want to kill people who are playing an interesting Minecraft variant. So, you know, all of the PvP players that we've had, the hardcore PvP players, none of them have legitimately tried to play the game. They've all used it as an excuse to just randomly gank people. And complained loudly when there was nobody left to gank. They'd, you know, kill all of the noobs, and when nobody ever came to play, they'd complain that there was nobody to play with. So, I've been listening to the wrong people. I've been listening to a bunch of people who I thought I could write a good game mode for. And they didn't want the game mode that I was making for them. So, I'm not going to do that anymore. I've created a lot of content for Tribal. I've created a lot of interesting new stuff that you don't really get in Minecraft for Tribal. And honestly, the last beta, which had a lot less content and was a lot more rough, played a lot better than this one. And the reason that the last beta played better than this one is that it had, if not an entire lack of PvP, at least the ability to avoid PvP. So we had a bunch of people playing, building their tribes and playing their solo tribes and doing all kinds of interesting stuff. And all of these PvP players, these people who said, we want a PvP game, we want an in-depth PvP game that has rich content and a long story arc, were pissed off because there was nobody to gank. So again, I was listening to a bunch of people who said they wanted one thing, but actually just wanted to kill people without much effort. And again, these are not the people who have played this game. These are not the people who have invested time into content on this game, and I need to be done listening to them. So what I'm going to do with Tribal is I am going to focus more on the MMO-ish content. I'm going to focus more on the questing system and the world building aspect of it. I'm going to add features for buying and selling claims. I'm going to add instance dungeons for people to fight in. I'm going to focus less on the PvP aspects, because the PvP aspects, even if they work, and I think they work to some degree, they can't work unless people want to play the game. If the only PvPers you have in the game just want to go around killing people, regardless of profit or benefit or indeed consequences, because, you know, your honor gets too low, nobody wants to talk to you anymore, you just stop playing. And that's going to happen in any game, but when you have a big player base, it's less of an issue. And with a small player base, it just turns everybody against each other. So Tribal, we are going to turn into more of an MMO-ish server. I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of PvP entirely or limit it to like the Outer Realms or something. That's still up in the air. I haven't decided yet. But I am going to be spending a lot more time working on the MMO content, the story content, and the PvE content, and much less time worrying about the PvP stuff. This beta will continue to run for a little while. It's obvious now that this is not going to be the last beta. We're going to have a new beta, which will be a PvE/story beta, because that's what works. In the end, that's what's worked so far. That is the type of content that people have enjoyed and actually played a bunch. And that is the type of content that I'm going to be focusing on. So stay tuned for more information on that. I would like to hear your feedback. I will probably post this little section as a separate video somewhere so you all can tell me what you think. In the meantime, this beta will continue to run, and I will continue to play it occasionally, because still need to work on the rest of the content. There's still plenty that is good about Tribal without the ganking part. So I'm going to focus on that, and we'll see where we end up with Tribal. But based on what I was talking about just now, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to TP to somewhere random. I'm going to TP to here, which looks exactly like where I was. And so I was thinking about like how to create a world in Minecraft without, you know, having to do everything block by block in creative, and I'm trying to find a decent location here to demonstrate this. And I got this idea yesterday. I got this idea that I could realistically make it much, much easier to fill in a world with some tools. And one of the tools I came up with is an auto path. So check this out. I am just walking, right? Pretty straightforward. This is very crude. This is kind of rudimentary. But it works. It works already in its current iteration. And I wanted you to see one of the tools that we're going to have available to content creators on Tribal eventually when it's ready. So this is my automatic road building script. And this is written in script. And it lets any player who has the proper permissions basically build a road just by walking over something. Now let's turn around and see what we've done. Check it out, just by walking. So it fills in the slabs so you can easily go up and down. It creates tunnels for you if you need to go through a tunnel. It'll do bridges. It'll reinforce the sides like you see here. And this is a very rudimentary first version. It puts down the lights. And it does, as you can see here, bridges. Now there are some things where it still goes a little crazy. And it needs some refinement because it's a little rough here and there. But this is the kind of tool that I intend to create to let people make interesting PvE worlds for players to play in. So if I do path type, oh, I forget the terminology that I used. I had trail, I think. We can do a tiny little trail. And obviously this is not recommended, but I can do sloping paths where eventually I'll end up on the ground. I can go up. I can tunnel all the way down to bedrock using this, and it'll come out looking decent. It's, like I said, it's not quite done yet. It's a little rough around the edges. There are some blocks that aren't properly replaced, and it occasionally kills a wolf. But it does bloody well work, and it works pretty well. So let's do /path off. And if we wait a second, we'll see all of the slabs get put in so you can walk around without jumping. Again, places like this, it gets a little confused, I think mostly because of the ferns. But the bridge already works more or less fine. And, yeah, I know, it's very sad, right? That poor wolf. And that's something I'm working on. I thought you guys might like to see it. This is a copy of Tribal, by the way. I'm not actually putting this in Tribal right now. Kind of cool, huh? Alright, let's head back to Doozy and get back to work on this thing. Where were we? What were we working on? Right. We have the buttons. We need to get the buttons set up and take it from there. So the problem was the ground level's too low. So we need to make this the floor level for the ref booth. Then we need to put the buttons, and I'm not going to use oak for this. I'm just using oak for the scoreboard so that it stands out. But I don't want to end up using it as floor for the ref box or anything, so I got to get some more materials here. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Goodbye, Mr. Skeleton. Wow. I very nearly fell into that. I haven't even seen that before. And this has been here all along. I just haven't noticed it. Weird. But there you go. Remember, guys, play.1mc3.com is the URL if y'all want to join us, and who wouldn't? Am I out of spruce? Comma space goose. I have slabs. That'll be enough to work with for now. Right? I mean, I've been working here for days now, and I've never seen that hole. Jesus, this place is mobby. Oh, Phoenix. Hey, hey! Accidental record there. You see that? Die already. What did we get? Hello? Just because you don't like my taste in music doesn't mean you get to assault me. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got blocks. I don't know that one. Shall we go play it? Shall we head over to the Parrot and listen to our new record? Together with our friends, the Parrots. PvP only at certain times, says Noble Gases. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to make PvP work. And I don't think that anybody on 1MC3 right now really wants the kind of PvP that isn't just... is it nighttime? No, it's not nighttime yet. That isn't just walking around ganking noobs because you can. You know, PvP for tournaments? Sure. Maybe there's a monthly purge where you just don't log on if you don't want to do the PvP. But I'm going to focus more on the non-PvP content for now, because that's the stuff that does work and the stuff that doesn't piss everybody off and the stuff that frankly doesn't bring out the worst in people. I don't like this song. This song is kind of boring. It's a little blocky. All right, I'll put the other record in the... What? Oh, I accidentally... Hey, and there's another music disc here. I accidentally threw an egg at that poor parrot. Sorry, parrot. I feel bad. Don't hate me. Do not hate me because I am beautiful. That's not why we hate you! Alright, back to work. We got a little time left to work on this thing, and I haven't made a whole lot of progress today, mostly because I can't get to it. Roger that, Phoenix. See you when we see you. Oh, how was I doing this? How was I getting up there? Not from this side, apparently. Other side. Fine. What do we got? Oakwood logs should do just fine for navigating. Okay. Bop. Now, it seems so high up. It seems really high up for a ref booth. But I don't think I have much of a choice. So let's just go ahead and run with it. No one log out? What, like ever again? New Tribal will be... I don't know about New Tribal yet. All I know right now is that as far as features go, I am going to focus on PvE features, and this will not be the last beta. what I was trying to do, Noble, when I came up with the idea for Tribal, is create a PvP environment that isn't factions, that isn't about just randomly ganking people because you can and raiding bases when nobody's looking. Faction seems empty to me and boring, and the server never lasts very long, and I kind of wanted to create a game where you can create empires, where you can build stuff out over time and have a year or 2-year-old tribe that has gigantic towers and impregnable fortresses, and the PvPers, the people who have actually wanted to play PvP, have universally rejected that. They continue to play it as if it were factions. Cheap ganks, not much effort into actual gameplay or building. And there are some exceptions, you know. Fallen Smoke played in the last beta and put a fair amount of time into building a cool base, but again, nobody wants to do the war fact part of the game. Nobody wants to actually fight each other during a war. They want to nuke each other when they're not looking. And that's factions, and there's no bloody use in me making a slightly different form of factions. So yeah, I've got nothing to offer, apparently, because no matter what I try to put together, people keep playing it as if it were like a vanilla PvP game where you just run up to people weaker than you and hit them in the head until they die, and then turn around and say that they're bored because they're not actually playing the game. Whereas the PvE content and the PvE players actually seem to be having a really good time with Tribal. The last Tribal beta was, oh jeez, now what's attacking me? Was far more successful than this one. There were, you know, a dozen or more people on building stuff and doing their little private bases, and all of the stuff that I tried to come up with to reconcile that didn't work, because the PvPers were like, I can't kill these people, I can't take their stuff. I think I just don't care if you can't kill people or take their stuff anymore. Maybe there will be PvP regions, but they're not going to be vital to the game experience, and if you don't want to go there, I'm not going to make you. I've been catering to the wrong people. I've been catering to the type of players I don't want to have. I've been catering to the type of players who just want, you know, easy kills and shit. So, yeah, the focus is going to be on PvE. Beer, however, is still good, although it's getting a little lukewarm. And it's nighttime again, so hey, another run to the parrot. Do you have connection issues, Ruben? Are you timing out still? Didn't you have a terrible router? Was that the problem? I don't know, Noble. I've tried to give all kinds of cool content, and again, the only reason you even log on is if you see an opportunity for a cheap and easy gank. What am I going to do with that? How can I build a game around that? You've never been to Great Britain, Phoenix, have you? You know, routers are not expensive. You can get a perfectly decent router that won't keep dropping you. I mean, assuming your signal strength isn't just because you're 200 feet away from the thing behind a brick wall. Oh, I hit him twice and he still managed to blow up a chicken. Traditionally, stouts in Britain are served at what is called, I don't know the English word, but it translates to cellar temperature, which is not room temperature. It's just, it's cooler than room temperature, but it's warmer than you'd like your beer. And I think, like ales as well, Pilsners, I don't think were ever sold warm, but they also just weren't sold. Okay, this is our... No, that's oak. Damn it, I keep messing up my materials. Anyway, all right, so let's try to get this switch mechanism working. So that's one switch, that's one switch. This is where the buttons are going to go. And my inventory is perpetually full. And that should give us enough room. No, the referee box is basically where you're standing is the referee box. You're going to be able to look down on all of the action. It's not quite what I originally had in mind, but because of the view from basically from the peanut gallery over there, I couldn't have the scoreboard above the referee stand because you could see it, but you could just barely see it. And I don't like that. I think the scoreboard should be easily visible. So that is the signal lines and the signal lines, and then we need to put down I'm not making this easy on myself, am I? And again, I guess I never do. We need backpacks. Yeah, they're called shulker chests. But the problem is they're still not that convenient because you kind of have to place them in order to open them, and I don't know, man. Am I doing this wrong? Yes, I am. I am doing this wrong. What else is new? Stately does something wrong. News at 11. Okay, so, and then we have the blocks on top of this, and that could be anything. We'll just grab these logs, I guess. We run the redstone into these, and theoretically these could actually be directly above that right now because we're high enough up that it's fine. News at 10, 11 Central. There will be a new server for 113, yes. We always launch a new vanilla server when a major version update is released. Okay. That is under control. Now, this is exactly where I don't want to be because there's no way out. There's no escape. It will be dark soon. I mean, literally, I feel like 17 nights have gone by since I started playing, and they seem to be getting shorter every time. Okay, now we need a couple of repeaters, and I think I only need 2, but it never hurts to make some extra repeaters, because you always need repeaters. Does it look silly? I'm afraid this whole thing is going to look silly because it's getting kind of tall. But anyway, don't I have a bunch of stone? I hope I still have stone. It'd be silly if I had to go looking for stone. Andesite, stone, stone. Mushrooms, don't really need those right now. 1 bone, not that useful. 1 hopper, blah. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough. Like I said, you never have as many repeaters as you need. You always end up needing a few more than you thought. Are you heading out, Ruben? Take it easy. Yeah, the bathtub. I wish Ruben would finish his builds before he moved on to the next one. Especially in like player towns, I kind of hope that people put some effort into it. I'm not saying there's no effort in it, but it's a lot of unfinished stuff. Okay, alright, so from there to... And I'm just going to keep using the slabs for now until I have a reason not to. To the slab. And from the slab... So we have 2 of these. One of them is obviously going to be easier than the other one because you don't have to go quite as far. But this one should be pretty straightforward. So slab to redstone dot. I don't think that works actually. Let's double check. Yeah, it doesn't travel down, so this is okay. This needs to be 1 block higher. That's all. And spacing, man. Spacing is just going to continue to be an issue here. I'm going to work this out as elegantly as I can. But I don't know... Ah, crap. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to manage. Anyway, let's put the repeater back. And then we need a solid block here because we're putting a torch on the side. None sleep. It's daytime, and when it's not daytime, being that I keep getting blown up, I'm asleep. Oh, come on, Stately! Stop being such an insufferably stupid attempt at a human being. Okay, so double check this. So that's not turning the torch off because that would be too easy. So what are our options here? This to... And now we're out of room. Crap. Again, I'm trying to keep this as compact as possible, but we do have space to work with. We're not pinched here because there's nothing really going on back here. And I can't put the inverter before this, in front of this. I don't have a whole lot, but you're welcome to some of what I do have. Alright, let's see. This doesn't need to be here. This is not part of the actual construction. This doesn't need to be here. This is all pretty optional. This doesn't need to be here, and this doesn't need to be here. Let's see. We need to get down to here and feed a signal into redstone on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put the redstone on. That is the redstone line. We need to get a signal line from this inverted into anything here, which should be easy. So, redstone? No, because not inverted yet. What's the easiest? All right, the easiest way to invert this is, I think, this, right? This is the simplest possible inverter we can come up with, and it should theoretically be okay. So then we have redstone here. And now we need to stay away from this. So we can go down. Can we go down? We're 1 block too high right now. Can't really manage that, can I? Also, that's not what I was trying to do. For the record. And I'm stuck here, aren't I? Standard redstone ladder can't work because reasons. Wait, actually, hold on. This is... That's not vital. That's not an essential part of this. So, actually... Really? Seriously? Alright, there. That should do it. Okay, so that should be the first scoreboard. let's check. It's off right now, and that should mean that there is... The only place there's an item is here. And there's a bunch, but that's not the point. They're all here, is the point. And they will remain there until I press... Stop telling me what to do. I'm anti-authoritarian. You should have worked that out by now. The worst thing you could possibly do if you wanted me to do something is tell me to do it. Really? Nothing? Oh, right. The repeater needs a tick. Otherwise, it just doesn't last long enough. That works. The problem here is that somehow this is powering the bottom row as well. I'm not sure why. I'm going to have to look into that. But it's entirely possible that your friendly neighborhood Stately has screwed up yet again. Ah, jeez. Of course I have. I'm powering... I'm powering the block between the two of the things, so of course it's going to power the one beneath it. Yeah, I know how to do a redstone inverter, Noble. Thank you, though. What I don't apparently know how to do is how to plan my scoreboards. Because, well, this is stupid. So yeah, so this guy right here is powering this block, which is adjacent to this block, which is as intended, but it's also adjacent to the block behind this, which is the other light. So everything I do will affect both of these, which means that the entire design is flawed, and I need... Oh, thanks, Phoenix. I was wondering what planning was for. Thank you! Planning. See? Planning. I was just trying to make it a little more compact. And we can tell how well that worked out. Does this even serve a function here? Anyway, yeah. So, redesign time. And this is not something that cannot be fixed. It's just gonna take a little bit of rejiggering. So on that note, folks, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We will get this fixed, and really, seriously, I guess you get to watch me kill one more skeleton. Assuming I can, you know, hit the broadside of a barn. Great! I murdered something. I hope you're proud of me. Oh, look, I took an arrow to the brain. I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow to the noggin. Oh, no, it's gone now. All right, folks, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Remember, please feel free to join us here at play.1mc3.com, where I play Minecraft so you don't have to. And we will see you next time. Peace out, folks.